stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
Hey, Mr. Comey, hey, how is it ethical to brief the President of the United States on an unverifiable and salacious dossier? And how is it ethical leadership to not tell him that his political opposition, Hillary Clinton, paid for that? You didn't disclose that information. Why didn't you disclose to President Trump that his opposition paid for the material? 11 lawmakers, Mr. Comey, today filed a criminal referral against you.
Ma'am, you're going to have to leave. You gotta leave.
You're going to get prosecuted, Comey. You're going to get locked up.
Let's go.
You're going to get prosecuted, Comey.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Wow. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. We have a lot to talk about today. That was fantastic. Whoever that was great. Took courage. You notice how everybody in the room, though, booed her? It's unbelievable. But we're not here to talk about Comey. You can get enough of that on Fox and all the other shows out there. We want to talk about you. We want to talk about your money and how are you going to retire without every Wednesday giving up spaghetti and have to eat dog food or cat food. It is getting terrible out there. Right now, what's really interesting is the deception of how well our economy is doing, how well our market is doing, how well our companies are doing, earnings. We're in the middle of earnings season, which is a joke. A big joke, because earnings season, we don't get the truth. We never get the truth. And so here we are. We're now at the beginning of the earnings season, and we keep on getting lied to. First of all, let's talk about the lie. The market right now is stalling. It's having a hell of a time trying to get up off its support. The market, as you remember, dropped about 12%, the S&P in January. It has yet to retrace back that 12%. Normally, they retrace it back within a couple days or a couple weeks. It's not retracing back. It's not going back up because what's happening? Because the market, we got this unbelievable, terrible debt. Today, the market, again, is down because not only because of the terrible debt, but the interest on that terrible debt. Our yields on the 10-year Treasury, that's the rate at which we have to pay, the interest rate which we have to pay on our national debt. And when that interest rate keeps going up, there's no money left for our country to do investment in our roads and our infrastructure. There's just no money left. And as we keep climbing, we hit 2.9%. If you recall, I said back in January 16th, I said, this market is going to have a correction. And my reasoning was because the yields or the interest on the 10-year Treasury kept climbing. And when interest on that 10-year Treasury keeps climbing, that is horrible. That is bad for the economy. That's bad for consumers. And remember, that 10-year Treasury rate is what they use to decide how much they're going to charge you with a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. So we hit 2.7%. Bang, we went down 12%. The plunger team came in. They artificially tried to push the market back up, and they've been trying to do that ever since. And we're not going anywhere because every day we start seeing that yield go up. Stock market hates interest rates. They don't want to see higher interest rates. But they keep telling us everything's fine. No, don't worry about it. Everything's great. Look at our earnings. Our earnings are terrific. I get so sick of hearing that. Listen, earnings are on fire, they tell us.
We know earnings are going to be very good.
This is a market that's finally paying attention to earnings. Most of those earnings are very good.
You know, the fundamentals look good. Our earnings season is going to look excellent.
Big earnings lift for not only 2018, but also 2019.
I mean, this is what happens when the economy's on fire.
It's unbelievable. That's all a lie. I don't care what they say. It's the earnings is not going to push your stocks up when you have debt that is growing faster than the economy. When you have the interest rates on that debt climbing, your earnings aren't going to push the stocks up. Earnings, most big investors don't care about earnings to begin with. It's a joke. It's a joke. Because, again, earnings are so manipulated. The big institutions that cause the stock to move up, and I'm talking about the big institutions like your insurance companies who buy stocks and your pensions and your hedge funds and your REITs and investment advisors, all the big boys. Okay, they're the ones that make the market move up. Earnings, no longer. Earnings, it's a gimmick. It's a marketing campaign for the people who are on Fox and CNBC and to get you excited. Big investors care less about earnings season because earnings no longer reflect the real performance of a company or what a company's going to do in the future. Really. And most people don't even know the difference between earnings and profits. People think earnings are profits. No, they're not. Earnings aren't profits. There's a big difference between earnings and profits. When they report earnings, that's totally different than your profit. And they can play games. See, earnings is all about a company's sales revenue, and then they take out of that revenue, they minus all the costs only of production, no general administrative costs. In other words, if you make hats, they only take, so if you sell $1 million in hats, what they'll take out or what they'll minus away from that, they'll just minus the cost of production, the cost of the materials to make that hat, the cost of labor to make that hat. But they don't take in consideration, they don't even put in the cost of accounting, for heaven's sakes. That's right. They don't put a cost of accounting in. They don't put the different costs of office help and trucks to deliver, electricity, the rent. None of that goes in. So of course their earnings look terrific, but it doesn't reflect the real company. Profits is when all your sales revenue, you have your sales, they say $1 million, you minus your cost of production, but then you minus all general administration costs. But see, that's what. So everybody, when they talk about earnings, there's so many ways they can manipulate earnings, so many tricks. For example, one trick is they go one-time expense. A company can have the same expense every quarter, but they can say, oh, that's just one time. No, so we're not going to expense that. That's just a one-time expense. They do that trick all the time to make the earnings look better. They'll take an expense from, say, the first quarter and move it into the second quarter to improve the earnings report. Yeah. And why can they do all this? Because the big boys control the FASB accounting rules. They control the rules. They make up the rules, the big boys. So now what they can do is, let's say they had a big expense, a $200,000 expense, and it was going to knock down their profits, I don't know, from $1 million to $800,000. Oh, they didn't want that to happen. They didn't want their earnings to drop. So they'll say, well, let's just push that over to the next quarter. Then they push it down to the next quarter. Isn't that amazing? And they often, more often than not, I should say, will record a contract of sale that they have yet closed on that sale as if it was closed. Real estate people do that all the time. Banks do that all the time. They count a contract as a sale, and it's not. It's unbelievable what they do. That's why the big institutions do not count on earnings. They could care less about earnings. They really could. And we don't care either. When we get back, I'm going to tell you what we should care about and how we're going to make money. We'll be right back. Phil's Gang. Join my gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
After 3 months on 2018, I'm up over about 15% for the year.
I love the webinars. I love all of the training videos.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I really appreciated how he explained why it was very risky to start buying stock.
Thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's Gang. Very inexpensive compared to what you are getting or receiving for the money.
Yes, I would recommend Phil's Gang to anyone who is interested in buying stocks.
Join the gang, follow Phil, manage your own money. You'll be glad you did.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Become a philsgang.com member today and start making profits in the stock market with Phil's investing programs and video stock picks. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Most people would love to be in the stock market, but they're scared not being in. They're scared about not getting out in time. Well, that is over, because now you can join Phil's Gang and my stock video program and follow me with specific stock on the video, and you will be out in time.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And it is now official. That's right. Corporate stock buybacks are booming. Why? Because of the Republican tax cut. Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Unbelievable. Oh, by the way, I have an announcement starting Monday. The show will be on in L.A., 1050 KCAA. So that's in L.A., 1050 KCAA. And we're very grateful for that. Okay. Now, once again, this is a joke. Remember they told us these big cuts, that the CEOs were not going to do that anymore, and they're going to take all that money and they're going to put it into new equipment and so forth, so the Main Street folks, especially the middle class, their wages would go up, their standard of living go up. Remember all that? That was a lie. 60% of the tax cuts are going to the big guys, to the big guys. Just 15% go to employees. That's so bad. It's unbelievable. It's a lie. This is just unbelievable what's going on.
If you look at where the benefits are flowing, they've flowed primarily to major corporations that have used $250 billion of that just since January 1 on stock buybacks. They couldn't find other productive uses for it.
And who's been telling you this? Ever since they said, when they came out and said that they're going to cut the taxes from 35 to 21%, so that now the CEOs can take all that money, that new savings, $1.4 trillion, that now is costing us, you and me, the country, $100 billion a month that's going into that's overflowing our budget. We have a budget just like you have at home, and our budget in the United States is now overflowing, going up $100 billion. Every quarter is $100 billion. I mean, just think month, not quarter, $100 billion. Isn't that insane? So now they're telling us these stock buybacks, it was just all fraud. 60% of all this goes to the big guys, the CEOs, shareholders. Unbelievable.
Well, we're getting a clearer picture now of how companies are spending the windfall from last year's tax cuts, and it appears the big beneficiaries so far are indeed company executives and shareholders. Now, in the first quarter, companies dedicated $305 billion to share buybacks and deal-making compared to $131 billion for wage growth. Now, that wage number is just slightly higher than the pace of the previous 5 years.
But anyways, this is just crazy. And I said in the very beginning, when they started to pass this bill, I said, I don't understand why the president isn't saying we're going to do a clawback. If they continue to if they can take the windfall, the gains, and don't push it back to the company for higher wages so people can save, consume, and build our country to a GDP of 4 or 5%, then we're going to claw that tax cut back. Wouldn't that have made sense? I said that over and over. Why isn't there a clawback? It's unbelievable. Because Trump was sold a bill of goods by Cohen. Then Cohen leaves. He's gone now because he's going to benefit now from these big tax cuts himself. And these earnings, right? They're saying, earnings are going up because of the tax cuts. Earnings are going up because of the tax cuts. You can't even measure it in a thimble. That's how tiny it is. But we don't benefit. You and I don't benefit. So what's going on with the stock market? So let's go take a look at it. The stock market, remember, when this market hit its all-time high on January 26th, and I told you between the second week of January, or between January and January 16th, I said between then and the second week of February, the market would correct, and it did. The market cannot make it back up. It's been trying and struggling, and it can't. it already tried to get back up through this crucial area, the S&P, crucial area where there's tremendous resistance, having so much difficulty because the institutional money is not coming in. Never mind earnings. It's not earnings. Nobody cares about earnings. You really think that banks and insurance companies and hedge funds, and do you think they care about earnings? They know they're a joke. I just told you. You have these, they say, oh, this is just a one-time expense, which is not. It's a lie. So they don't expense that. You know the biggest thing they don't expense? They don't expense accounting. Accounting is so expensive, and they don't even expense that. And they often record contracts that have yet to be closed as a sale. Here's the one I love, the big box companies. You know, companies like Lowe's and Home Depot and Walmart, everybody wants to be on their shelves. Everybody wants shelf space from them. They'll do anything. They'll pay them. They'll do anything. But you know what they all do? So Lowe's and Home Depot and Walmart, they make their suppliers sign a contract. And the contract is a no see, no tell. In other words, if they're having a bad quarter, say Home Depot's having a bad quarter, and it shows they're making $1 million, and that's bad for them. They estimate they're going to make we're going to have $1.5 million. Now they're short. What do? They send back all, let's say, light bulbs. They'll send back $500,000 worth of light bulbs from all over the country back to the company, back to GE. And GE, because they signed a contract, they can't inspect them. They can't say no, nothing. They got to take them back. And then that $500,000, they take it with tricky accounting, with accounting tricks, and put it on the bottom line. So now it's making, instead of $1 million that quarter, they made $1.5 million because they did it through cheating by sending back light bulbs that were not even broken. Isn't that something? This is what they do. Yeah, this is crazy. What are you, nuts? So if you're buying stocks based on PE ratios, that's stupid too. PE ratios used to be it used to measure a PE ratio as to, if you had a good PE ratio, that meant that there was demand for the stock. But PE ratios, that's all garbage now. So you can't buy stocks based on PE ratios. You can't buy stocks based on these fake earnings and manipulated earnings. You just can't. Well, another trick they do? A company will sell shovels. They sell one of the shovel making machine, let's say one of the machines that makes the shovel to raise cash, they take that cash and they claim it as sales of shovels. This is nuts. We'll be back and take a look at some stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Been very happy with the results on 2018. I'm up over about 15% for the year.
Because he gives a lot of good insight to understand not only what is happening, but why the market is doing what it's doing.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I've been extremely happy with everything that they've done and afforded me by becoming a Phil's Gang member.
Thank you so much for what you do, Phil. Not only for us, but also for St. Jude.
I would highly recommend Phil's Gang to the average retail investor.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's Gang. Very inexpensive to be able to have that everyday guidance that you can get from Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Information. Your world is a non-stop stream of information. As investors, we have to filter through the information, recognize pattern trends, and take advantage. At philsgang.com, we simplify and give you the exact information and support you need to make you a smarter and more profitable investor. For as low as $39.95 a month, you will have complete access to all the Phil's Gang daily information. Gain the wisdom and knowledge of Phil's 40 years of investing analysis. If your time is valuable and you're looking to make profits in the stock market, choose philsgang.com to provide long-term and short-term guidance to making profits in the stock market. This information you can't live without. Call today 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and sign up today.
This is a great time to join philsgang.com. We now offer Phil's MV2 video stock program. Phil chooses the stocks, and we post short and easy-to-follow videos that guide you into making profits in the stock market. For more information, go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-4264.
Seattle, you now can catch me, Phil Grandy, and Phil's Gang Radio Show weekdays at 12 noon right here on AM 1590, The Answer. If you're behind, and you know you're behind in your savings, you know you're behind from retirement, you haven't got enough retirement money, you're getting worried, and nobody helped you today. Did anybody help you today? Were you able to go to your mobile device today and say, what should I do with my stock? Did anybody do a video for you today? Did your planner, did your money manager, did the guy that's running your 401k, did he do a video for you today 3 times during the day, tell you exactly what to do with the stocks we're in? No. Now, when you join the gang, you can decide what you want to participate in. You can have the full schooling where you come to our class on a daily basis. That's done over the internet, of course. Or if you're a person that says, I just want you to make money for me because I don't have time to learn, and I have a program for that. And that's called my video stock program. So when the market goes up, you're going to make money. When the market goes down, you're going to make money.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 stock charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
The banks kick things off. Citigroup, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, all out with results. They all look good.
Look good? Are you kidding? Wells Fargo got hit big time because the 10-year Treasury yield keeps climbing. That means we're now at 2.9%. 2.9%. So the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is climbing. As a result, because people aren't getting wage increases because the CEOs got the tax cut and lied. They said they're going to put that money back into raising wages. Instead, they put the money back into their pocket. So now the loan applications, take Wells Fargo, that he says is doing terrific. Wells Fargo mortgage applications dropped by $10 billion in the first quarter of 2018, causing its mortgage application pipeline now at only $24 billion. That's the lowest mortgage pipeline applications they had since 2008. But he says it's doing terrific because of earnings. See, that's all these guys talk about is earnings. And earnings is not profits. Get that in your head. It's not profits. His earnings are all your sales recorded, your revenues, but they only minus for expenses only the cost of production, no general administration. So they can make earnings look terrific. Look at Amazon, what they did with their earnings. They don't even make profits. They didn't make profits for the first 10 years, for God's sakes. And very seldom do they make profits now. And their stock's up, what was it, 59,000%. Because they started focusing on earnings. And Bezos was able to take that with cheap money, zero interest rate money, and he went out and did acquisitions. So he could get people to buy their stock to make the Amazon stock go up without profits, because all they went out and hawked was earnings, not profits, earnings. So the stock goes up 59,000%. Stock's going up. He goes and borrows money near 0%, and he starts buying this, buying that, buying. Now he's the biggest store in the world that was built on earnings. So you heard Varney. Oh, he's all excited about earnings. Let's go take a look at Wells Fargo. Well, what happened to the stock on Wells Fargo? It fell. In fact, Wells Fargo stock has dropped since we go back. Let's go back to February. The stock was at $66. Today it's at $51. It's going down 22%. It's on its way down. And if you were with me and you were my gang member and Wells Fargo, you were making money as it was going down. But what does he say about Wells Fargo?
The banks kick things off. Oh. Citigroup, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, all out with results.
Yeah, Citigroup got killed too. Citigroup got hit too. Okay? Citigroup dropped from $80 down to $68. That's a 15% drop. But he said, boy, they look good. They look good because of earnings. Please stop listening to these earnings, because you want to know why? Because the institutions that make a stock go up, when they buy it, not you or me, they make the stocks go up. They could care less about earnings because they know they're manipulated. They know that they manipulate the financial statements. They inflate earnings. They deflate expenses, like keeping out accounting expenses. They know this, and so they don't care. All they watch, though, is that 2.9% interest now. Wow. And remember, when we had interest rates hit 3.7%, when we had debt at $10 trillion, our stock market crashed. Remember 2008? Our stock market crashed when we hit 3.7%. We're going to be at 3% by tomorrow. We'll be at 3% by tomorrow on $21 trillion. And we already got a warning in January when we hit 2.7 and we dropped 12%. And now they're trying to push the market back up off that 12%. They can't. They can't even get here. Take Citigroup. Citigroup on the low, okay, was at $67. You know where it is today? $70. That's how far they could push it. That's it. About 4%. That's all. Let's take the S&P. The S&P dropped from 287 down to about 260. And it dropped 9%. Let's round it out, 10%. And now it's gone from 260 to 269. Wait a minute. That's a retracement of what? But that's a 3% retracement out of the 9%. Let's just go 9 instead of 10. That's only 3% retracement. What the hell is that? Are you telling me the stock, since the market started to crash on January 27th, the market could only go back up 3%? Are you kidding me? Here, let's drop. I'll even be even more generous. I'll go down to the low they hit in that section. We just bounced off and went right back up. Let's take a low at 254. Let's be generous. 254 to 269. I'll even be over generous. I'll even cheat. That's 5%. It's only up 5%. Oh, but what are we hearing from all these people?
This country is on very strong economic footings, and the tax bill's working. I think
tax bill is working for him and his friends. That's Laffer, who ran off my show. Remember when I interviewed Laffer and I called him out and I made him look like a phony that he is? And he ran off my show. Remember? He ran off my show because this is the stuff he says and it's not true. And then you got then you got Payne going.
I see a consumer out there that's becoming extraordinarily confident.
Yeah, he's confident already. He's got $13 trillion in household debt. He's up to his neck in credit cards. It's over $1 trillion. He's up to his neck in auto loans, student loans. He can't move. He's dying. He's dying. His credit cards. We had, Varney was telling us the banks look good. J.P. Morgan came out and had a write-off $1.1 billion. You want to look at J.P. Morgan stock today? Look at J.P. Morgan has dropped from that January, February was their high. February 27th, about 119, and their low is about 106. So they dropped 10%. So let's go off their low. Let's say 106 to 111. They only retraced 4%. Look, join my gang. Let me make a deal. I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to ask you to reach back to St. Jude. How's that? I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to help you. All you need from me is every day. If you don't have time to come to my, I have such a wonderful, under the umbrella of Phil's Gang, I have so many good programs to teach you how to invest. But many people don't have time to learn. So why don't you just follow my video stock where I put in the video stock. It's only it's not even a minute and a half, and I tell you exactly what to do with the stock that I picked. Give you an example. MRO, I did that. We're up 13%. SU, 12%. Diamond Offshore, 11%. UNG, 11%. Schlumberger, 21%. Because I'm not following the jibber-jabber stuff. I follow what the insurance companies follow, and the pension funds follow, and the hedge funds follow. They follow the money. And when they take their money out, that's when you want to be out. But guess what? You're not going to get out. You're not going to get out. You're going to be listening to these guys. You're going to jump in, and you're going to listen to them. And then when the market starts dropping, they're not going to get out. You'll be stuck. But then they'll bring an expert in to tell you why it went down. That's what I love. They bring in an expert. Why it went down. Then they bring in psychiatrists to deal with it. Ever see that on CNBC, the last crash? We are going to bring in the top psychiatrist so you can deal with this crash. No, I want to deal with you, Maria. I want to deal with you, Kramer, who said the market was on fire. Keep buying these IPOs. Look, we got a group of stocks. When I come back, I'm going to give you that you should follow with me. I'll tell you when to buy them, when to add, and when to run like hell. Be right back after this break. Phil's Gang, join my gang, 877-600-GANG.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
After 3 months on 2018, I'm up over about 15% for the year.
I love the webinars. I love all of the training videos.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I really appreciated how he explained why it was very risky to start buying stock.
Thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's Gang. Very inexpensive compared to what you are getting or receiving for the money.
Yes, I would recommend Phil's Gang to anyone who is interested in buying stocks.
Join the gang, follow Phil, manage your own money. You'll be glad you did.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
If you're behind, and you know you're behind in your savings, you know you're behind from retirement, you haven't got enough retirement money, you're getting worried, and nobody helped you today. Did anybody help you today? Were you able to go to your mobile device today and say, what should I do with my stock? Did anybody do a video for you today? Did your planner, did your money manager, did the guy that's running your 401k, did he do a video for you today 3 times during the day, tell you exactly what to do with the stocks we're in? No. Now, when you join the gang, you can decide what you want to protect. participate in. You can have the full schooling where you come to our class on a daily basis. That's done over the internet, of course. Or if you're a person that says, I just want you to make money for me because I don't have time to learn, and I have a program for that. And that's called my video stock program. So when the market goes up, you're going to make money. When the market goes down, you're going to make money.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Listen to what people are saying about philsgang.com.
I am up 5% right now, closer to 6%.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I have never made so much money in the stock market.
I'm up $28,000 since November.
No matter if the markets are up or down, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team put you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
This is Deb from Sarasota.
This is Bill from Miami, Florida.
This is Cora from Hawaii.
Hey, this is Paul from Tampa Bay area. I would highly recommend Phil's Gang to the average retail investor.
I would recommend Phil and Phil's Gang to anyone.
Join thousands of investors and start making profits in the stock market. Call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or sign up at philsgang.com. Again, 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been extremely happy with everything that they've done.
You have all the tools necessary to become a successful trader.
Phil's Gang is like having a pro by your side all day long.
I would highly recommend Phil's Gang to the average retail investor.
It is truly a great value for what it offers.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. And I'm going to, again, put out on my video, which is only about a minute and a half, I'm going to put out a couple stocks, and especially the S&P, that if you don't have time, this is ideal for you, and you just follow my instructions on those 2 or 3 stocks. I do it 3 times a day for you. Plus, I do an alert for you. You haven't got to do anything. Just look at it, and what I do, you do exactly. It's so easy. You don't have to worry anymore. You don't have to worry about, gee, I'm in a stock, it's going to go down and go get hurt. You don't have to worry. I take care of that. I've been on this earth for 72 years. I've been in this business for over 40. I know this game. These PE ratios, and when you hear stuff like this, earnings.
Don't focus on trade with China and the rhetoric and tweets and all this stuff. Don't focus on raids of offices here and there. Narrative has been, don't ignore the noise. Yes. Focus on the earnings.
Focus on earnings, the most crooked things? Are you kidding me? Earnings that are crooked? And here's the other thing. You know where all our earnings come from? The 10 biggest companies. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix. Then you got Comcast, Exxon, JP Morgan, J&J, and Berkshire Hathaway. But most of the earnings, our S&P 500 companies, you know what the value, the aggregate value, you put all those companies together, is $20 trillion. If you take the FANG stocks, just take the 4 FANG stocks and do Microsoft and Apple with it, do you know that's 4.3% or 25% of the 20 trillion? Just one of those stocks has a bad day or a bad quarter, This will tank the whole market. That's what's going to take this market down. That's why the stock market is having trouble moving back up. That's why it doesn't go back up after it came down, because the FANG stocks, the big tech stocks, are very, very, very weak. If you're buying these FANG stocks right now, you are out of your mind. You should have been following my videos on the oil stocks, like SU, they went up 12%, and Diamond Offshore. Never mind the FANG stocks. Everybody jumps in the FANG stocks. They all want to be in the FANG stocks. What are you, nuts? Everybody wants to be, because everybody thinks it's easy money. Everybody thinks the FANG stocks are going to go forever. That's a sucker's game. That's a sucker's game. The stocks you want to be in are the stocks that the banks want to be in, the insurance companies want to be in, the pensions, the hedge funds, and they all go into the same stocks at the same time. That's what they do. So I designed my software to follow them with a buy and sell signal. So try it for just 30 days. And all I ask, you start making money, please help out St. Jude. I'm reaching out to you. I'm telling you, okay, that I'm not saying I never lose on a stock. I'm not saying that. But when we do lose on a stock, it's a very small loss, and we already knew the day we bought it what we were accepting as a loss. We put in a stop, like an insurance company. If we buy a stock at $10, I'll say, okay, we'll put a stop in at 9. So when the stock starts going up, then it comes back down, we know exactly what our loss was. We're going to accept a 1% loss or a 2% or 3%. We keep them very, very low. Your broker doesn't do that. When's the last time your broker, your investor, you're in a 401k, when did the guy running your fund at the 401k call you and tell you what risk he's taking with each stock that he has in your 401k? Are you nuts? He could care less about you. Why? Because he has no fiduciary relationship with you.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
And I'm telling you, it's debt that's killing us. It's debt why the stock market's having a tough time going back up, and it's debt that's going to take the stock market down. And here's why.
We are concerned about the deficit. We are concerned about the debt of the United States, and we know that because of aging, because of entitlement, these will come to haunt the American economy and the American people.
We've created this global debt bubble. Certainly with negative interest rates still prevalent, that's a definition of a bubble, because the only way you make money is to sell it to somebody else. And rising rates, I think, starts to threaten that environment.
In the last 6 months, we've gone from 1.25% on the 2-year note to now 2.5%, just under. That's a doubling. That's a big impact, and it's especially true because the U.S., most borrowers live on the short end of the yield curve, which means that they're paying much higher interest rates because they borrow short-term money. We're seeing the dollar not do what it should be doing with interest rates going up, which is go up. It actually keeps getting worse. And why is that? The exploding of the deficit, which obviously neither Republicans nor Democrats seem to care at all about.
They don't care about it. When they could take bribes, when Warren Hatch could take $300,000 bribe to pass the tax cut, when Ryan takes $300,000 and 14 others take from 150 to 250,000 bribes, and then they retire all saying, oh, my family, I want to spend more time with my family. Yeah, I'm going to go now. Go spend time with my family. And you go at 2 o'clock in the morning, you see all the bags of cash they're trying to stuff in the trunk of their car, and there's no more room. And they bring a U-Haul rental thing with them, and they can't stuff the bags of cash in that before. And they're trying to leave town at midnight. What are you, nuts? That's what's going on. They're leaving to see their families. Are you kidding me? So all of this, yeah, it's fun. It's fun to talk about. But what's not fun is when you're a few years away from retirement and you realize you don't have enough money to retire. When you're a few years from retirement and you start realizing how much you're going to have to cut out of your regular day. And you're not going to be able to live the same lifestyle that you came accustomed to. And if these planners were so bright, why is it they're telling you you got to cut, instead of taking 4% out of your principal, you should only can now take 3%. You can't go out to supper twice a month, just once a month. You better get rid of one car. You better start taking the bus down to the YMCA or wherever you're going. Go to the mall. You better take a bus, or why don't you share a cab with somebody? This is what the planners sit down and plan with you. Is that what you want? Well, that's what you're going to end up with. Because nobody's there to help you because there's no fiduciary. And why can't we get fiduciary laws in? Because they're too powerful. They buy Congress. So the planners, the money managers, the people who have the 401ks, they're too powerful. They're too powerful. They can buy Congress. So there's no laws. There's no fiduciary. So all I can do for you is point out to you all the crap that's going on, all the lies that are going on. And when they talk about this earnings season, it is a joke. It's not earning. If the earnings were so good, then how come we're not heading back with huge volume back to the highs that we had on January 26th? Why are we struggling? Why did the 100-day, why have we, the S&P and the banks dropped back down below key support again today? Why is the volume so bad? Because I told you, the institutions, the banks, insurance companies, hedge funds, pension funds, they're not putting money in. They're not going to put money in. And they're not. But you also remember, you can sleep at night, because when the market goes down, I have a mechanism called an inverse. So people are always scared about shorting. Oh, you shouldn't short. You're going to lose all your money. So what we do is we do an inverse. We buy, think of it as a stock, symbol SDS. So when that goes up, the market's going down. So vice versa. The market's going down, SDS goes up. So you're making money while you're sleeping. You don't have to worry about it. You don't wake up in the morning and think, oh, my God, the market's down another 300 points. Oh, my God, it's down another 400. And then you call your broker and say, what should I do? What should I do?
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value.
Yeah, you get this kind of nonsense. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG. I'm going to do another video tonight. I do them every night, and I put them up 3 times during the day. So please, this is an opportunity for you, okay, to get back on your feet, to think of it as a catch-up, that you're trying to catch up with your retirement. It's a crisis in this country. People just don't have enough money to retire. The 401k has been a disaster. That's been the biggest con job. The 401k is the worst con job ever. They steal from you $250 billion a day in fees that you can't even see. Can you imagine that? I mean, 401k is a skimming operation. This is nuts. And the 401k will cost you 7 times more in fees than if you get my video and you buy the spiders. Think about it. You buy the spiders, that 401k, the fees are going to be at least 7 times more than being in my spiders. So it's all about performance at the end of the day, isn't it? So at the end of 30 days, you look and judge my performance. Then if I don't do well, you just leave. What'd you lose? $39.95? But you didn't lose because you invested in yourself. That's all. 877-600-GANG. They're waiting for your call now.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence.